know what I do. I just do.
So in advance?
This you have to squeeze them. Squeeze the matzahs that they're also full of water now. You just have to squeeze them tight. You squeeze out the water. Is it stiff? Just give me this. Okay, that's what I want. We're making Chrimslech, and they're made with, 2 matzahs, not 3 matzahs, I'm sorry, which are soaked overnight. And then we have 3 eggs separated, and then we have matzah meal a little bit. A shit, a little here, a little there. Can you eat this? I don't have my glasses.
It's the apple.
Oh, the apple. That's the apple, then you put everything together.
But the tradition of it, I think. Like, we do that at Passover.
Passover
every morning
breakfast.
we go
every
to
morning
grandma's.
for breakfast. Everybody comes for breakfast. We do this for breakfast. And then we have powdered sugar we put over.
So when did the Chrimslech tradition, that's from
Well,
when
that
you were
was
a
from
kid?
Germany. I mean, we always had
You
the
always
whole
did that?
family. We always had the complete family. My mother's family, my father's family. We were 50 people sometimes.
Who would cook?
We had a cook.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They did like tons of Chrimslech.
Yeah, we all liked it. And then when we came here, my mother used to cook with the help, Mm-hmm. So we kept the tradition. And
And last year, because you can do it, I did it in my house.
oh,
In honor of you.
I don't know. I never tasted it.
Yeah, I brought you some.
Did I? I don't remember.
Uh-huh. You said they were very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I don't remember, darling. Of course they would be very good. We have any sugar.
Well, the sugar I didn't put yet. You have to tell me how much.
Well, it's not how much, it's the taste.
The matzah meal, you have to tell me how much too.
Well, that well depends of how this texture is. No more.
No more?
Let's see.
I like it when it's not too sweet. So.
It's okay. We'll put a little more nuts, a little bit more nuts in.
Nuts?
Well, see, with the egg white, it becomes softer, so we can still put the mozzarella in.
So how did you get the recipe? Your mom showed you, or she just wrote it to you? Or
She
you
wrote
just
it down.
remembered?
She wrote it down. I watched it or something like that. It's not hard to make.
I asked for that little
No,
thing.
you
I
say-
remember seeing her doing it all the time. My dad used to do it too. Yeah, my father would always do it at home for Passover. Every morning he would do it. And me and my brother love it. I like Chrimslech. For me, that's my favorite thing. Like, I'm not big on like all the Ashkenazi stuff, very honestly. But Chrimslech makes everything worth it. This is just really good.
Give me a little bit of mozzarella. Okay.
A little more, maybe?
A little bit more.
But you use butter usually.
No, I never use butter.
No?
No.
Use a mix of butter
No.
and oil.
No. I don't use butter.
The important part here is a ton of paper towel.
When we started looking and we asked
Yeah.
somebody where's a Jewish district, So they told us on St. Bernard and around there. And so we went looking, my mother and I went looking for an apartment. And we saw apartment WWII. So we went there. And the woman says to me, do you have any dogs? I said, no. Are you Jewish? I said, yes. I said, we don't rent to dogs and Jews. On Park Avenue, there was a delicatessen there called Benny's Delicatessen. And we told him the story. And he said, no, you don't go there. You go to the Shar Shomayim. And you rent in Westmount. And he says, you come here to eat. So whenever I came, I got a sandwich twice the size, and everybody always asked, why can't I get a sandwich like that? I said, if you look like her, you can get a sandwich like that. So don't measure too much.
Okay, I'm just gonna mix it.
No, but you measure too much, it's going to become soft again. I don't remember whether we had it in Germany or not, a green plate, but
This is the one from here.
this is the one from here, and you always someone use the green plate. That's enough.
It's kind of a tradition.
That's
There's
enough.
always the green plate. Yeah, but this one broke, right? And you
Yeah,
repaired
this one.
it? Oh, it's also too small for us. This is back in the days when there was only
Yeah,
four
we had
kids.
a big. So the only one I could find was a big plastic green plate. So we used that one.
How was life in Germany? It was good, no? You
Well,
you didn't want to leave.
we were in a
because he was-
private school. Unfortunately, my father thought that business was too good, and he didn't want to leave. You know,
He
he
thought
was in
the
his
Germans
50s.
were not going to let it happen. Right?
And the German people that worked for us were all wonderful people. My father was a furrier. He had a big fur business, huge salon. He had very high-class customers.
Some famous ones too, huh?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, even Eva Braun used to come, but she used to say, "I'm coming. I'm going now to the Führers." Nobody believed her. Nobody knew that she was going to put some more muscle in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Believed that because nobody knew that she was his girlfriend. You know, that she was going to it. But here, Goebbels and Goering used to be customers for my father. They used to come through the back door, not the front door. And for once, I wanted a coat made for me. And he made me a coat. And I wore it, and I came in once wearing it, and then was an ambassador there, an ambassador, I don't know which one it was, with his daughter to buy her coat. And he had about 20 children's coats there. Almost exactly like mine. But she wanted my coat.
Huh.
She wanted my coat. I want that coat. So my father took me to the back, took out my coat, brushed out the pockets, and sold my coat, and I was mad as hell. We went to France. We were New Year's Eve. We were in France. And I'll never forget, I saw The Test Pilot. That's my favorite film. I never forget that.
He's on fire.
Ah, don't be crazy. That's nothing. It's nice to have a little fire. You don't know how cold it gets up there.
So we tried to go to the concert. She tried first to the Swiss concert, and they said no. I used to go with a doll in my hands, even though I was 13 years old. So I said, let me go. Who are they going to not believe a kid? So I took the passports and I went to the consulate, and I started to cry. And my parents are in Italy, and we have no more money, and we have to go to Italy, so we have to pass Switzerland. And please give us a visa, we won't stay in Switzerland. And of course we packed up right away, and we took a train to Switzerland to Italy, and the minute we got into Switzerland, we got off the train, and we didn't know where my parents were. And then we finally heard my father sent us a picture. My father had a coat on, and I said, oh my God, Papa must have run out of Germany because he never had a coat that wasn't made to measure, and this one certainly wasn't made to measure because it was too long. Anyway, he came to Italy, to Switzerland. I don't know how they made it. And my mother, in the meantime, was taken by the Gestapo, arrested. So anyway, after a week, they let her go and told her that she has to leave within 24 hours. But she could take everything with her, her jewelry, her furs, whatever she wanted, she could take with her.
It's a privilege.
And then she arrived in Switzerland, in Montreal, and we were at the station, and my mother was on the last train, and all we saw was a woman, white, in a black fur coat, standing, waiting for us, of course, and I'll never forget that view.
How many do you want, Gramsci?
2.
2? Tastes like my childhood. It does. It's different memories for everybody.
It's not difficult, you know. Once you know him. I should right here. Everything perfect. I said everything perfect.
Everything perfect. Did you hear that? Can you please hear that? Say it again. Say it louder.
Everything perfect.
This is the sign that the Chrimslech are good. It's super oily
Okay.
and yummy.